more story hour about Rain of Gold. For some reason, this is how this flower is expressing itself in stories. So one more story from collecting it, and that is the whole reason that we went to Costa Rica during this particular trip was to find this particular orchid, and because a friend of mine who lives in Miami was opening this new resort, and he wanted us to check it out and evaluate it as a potential retreat site. He wasn't even there, but it's like that special kind of like, when someone invites you, it's so easy to say like, nah, and he wasn't even going to be there, but he invited us, and it was like, yeah, let's go. We could take a 3-day trip to Costa Rica and drive all the way down. Sure, why not? So my friend wasn't even there. We ended up meeting with his business partners and their wives and their families, and they were amazing. And then it turned out that the chef he had hired for the resort had previously worked with another really close friend of mine who owns a resort in India. So it was this crazy synchronicity. And we ended up just spending an amazing time with these people, enjoying incredible meals and enjoying their children and their kids. And, one of those experiences where you just on a whim, you like say yes, and then you end up meeting really cool people who, start out as strangers, and then you have really amazing conversations with. And yeah, and then Taylor was also reminding me of when we actually collected the orchid, Martha gave us an entire plant, and we'd already spent so much time with her. It didn't make sense to cut some off and put it in a bowl in her backyard and hang out for another hour or two. So we went to look for a secluded nature place so that we could actually do the making of the essence. And we were chasing the sun because it was getting late in the day, and so we were looking for a place, and we ended up finding this really beautiful place so that we could actually make the essence and get some of the sun rays. But again, it was like going down these weird roads that we didn't know where we were going, and people going by and wondering what we're doing there, and we didn't know if it was safe, and just to keep staying open to the experience. And I just find it really interesting that we set out on this trip not only to evaluate the resort place, but we were so clear that we wanted to find this particular orchid flower. And so that the whole trip, the whole 3 days of experience in getting to actually find this flower at the last minute, we spent 3 days in Costa Rica, and it was the last few hours that we found this flower. So all these experiences sort of initiating us into the ability to find and collect this orchid. So all that to say, one of the best teachers that I've found for really helping us, again, stay open, especially in situations where we feel like an outsider or awkward or different or barriered or protective or unsafe. Safe. Am I safe? Am I not safe? Should I be guarded? Should I hold back? In those types of situations. This would be a really good flower essence to take anytime you are traveling internationally, or camping, or going to a new area, or going to meet new people or strangers, to do a retreat with people you don't know. This is the flower essence that we would send to all our retreat participants before they came to our annual retreat in Costa Rica, to sort of get everybody ready and open. And right now, that kind of experience is really important, I think, with so many people covering their faces and not being able to see people's expressions. So many times, I'll see people around town with masks on, and I don't even recognize them, right? Because it's just I can't see their whole face, which I find so odd that I can't recognize a person, right? But you can't see their face. So it's a wonderful essence for this time period, for helping us take greater risks in terms of reaching out to people and staying open no matter what. So question for this week to contemplate would be, when do you say yes. Even if you're not quite sure, or you're holding back, or maybe don't know, is it going to be everything all, like, maybe everything's not going to be all neat and tied up, and maybe it will be challenging for you, or like an adventure. And yet, when in your life have you said yes, and what happens when you do?